everybody, how are you? How are you being? Welcome to another episode of Money Talks with Golan. I am Oreofe Komolafe and I have with me...
My name is Eshi, but I'm professionally known as Chef Anani, a chef called God.
Ooh, guys, this is the Chef Anani. If you don't know her, you need to go check her out. You really need to go check her out. So, Ma, can you tell us briefly about you and what you do?
Okay, so currently I'm a chef, like I said, professional chef. I'm a chef instructor, so I teach people how to cook. I currently work in a culinary school, so I have like cooking classes offline and online.
Wow.
So I am a lot of things, but right now I would say I'm focusing on being a chef.
Amazing.
So before now, like I used to program a little because I have a degree in computer engineering.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. I don't look it. Yeah, so then I used to trade forex actively. Like that was like 2 years ago. I was quite good at it, but along the line,
you started to love cooking.
I've always loved cooking. So like after my service year, I went to like a culinary school in Lagos. Then I worked in proper fine dining restaurants like here in Lagos. Then I did that for like 2 years. I was tired. Then I went to Dubai. I went to another culinary school, and then I worked for a couple of months before I came back to Nigeria. So I'm always like, I've never stayed in one place for 1 year.
Sorry, you're not in our level.
Well,
sorry. We're going to Dubai. Amazing. That is really good. So what led to the transition? I mean, from computer engineering and then you're now a chef.
Okay, so as far as I know, I've always loved cooking.
Amazing.
So my dad used to make this joke that of all these children, were 4 girls, he had 4 girls. Of all these children, I was the one that middle of the night, 3 a.m. would tap me, I'm hungry. He said I won't even say, daddy, it's 3 a.m. that I'll just do like this, clean my eyes and like, what do you want to eat?
Amazing.
So like then I've always cooked for people that I went to uni with. They always like, now that I'm a chef, they're like, oh, they can totally relate. When I was staying off kid, like my room was like a common room. So people would always come to eat and all of that.
I'm so sorry to stop you, because what I'm getting from this conversation now is that even before you were, you know,
a professional chef,
you were already cooking.
Yes.
The signs were there.
Yeah, so I just used to do it for fun. I didn't know I could make a profession out of it.
Amazing.
So in my service year, I served in Ibadan. So I used to do food for my friends for their birthdays, cakes, and all of that. Cool. So my best friend Jessica, she was like, look at you, this cooking thing, do you know you can make money from that? Like, how? I said, look at, like, go to a culinary school, become like a proper chef and all of that. So she suggested one culinary school to me in Lagos, Reddish Chronicles, and you know, I looked at their curriculum, everything that they wanted.
And it was good.
It was good. Like, it opened my mind to like a whole. Before then,
and there's a whole lot more.
Yeah, that I could do with this. So I applied for their professional chef's diploma. And then when I told my parents were like, "Oh, this is the best thing you've ever said." Like, yes, we support you.
Wow.
So they paid my fees and all of that. So immediately after my culinary school, I was top of my batch. So like my culinary school, if you're the top of your batch, they would get a place for you to intern. So I was waiting for them to get a place for me to intern, and then a classmate of mine in culinary school, she was like, why are you waiting for them to like,
and you sort yourself out?
Yeah, she was like, okay, this place I work, that's Slow Lagos.
Okay.
Like, well, just come, and you know, I've spoken to my boss, and then we booked like an interview. So the first day I spoke with the woman, she was like, oh my God, she doesn't even want me to intern. She wants me to work for her full time, blah, 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 and all of that. I was like, okay, fine, let's see how it goes. So
and then you just started your journey.
That was it. And then I had like a full-time job there.
This is really amazing for me, because many people have some passions.
Yeah.
So, some people, like, they know how to lay bed. Some people really take organization like to another level entirely.
Yeah.
You can do it professionally. Like, you don't necessarily have to trade forex.
True.
You don't have to, like, you can make a living from this.
Doing what you love. Yeah, what comes comfortable.
Then you now improve on the skill. For example, people that know how to lay bed, you can go to this maybe hospitality courses and all of that. And then they just teach you, okay, the proper way. Some people used to use ruler to measure their bed spreads and all of that.
True. So that
it's like you're improving on something that is already existing.
It makes it easier if you love it. Like everybody says that to me, that Eshi really loves to cook. So I'm someone that can cook without sitting down, you know.
When you are calling somebody a chef called God, what are you saying? What are you saying?
So I don't even show like my full capacity. Okay? I'm just taking myself like,
I feel like it's important to have. I've had a food this morning, this afternoon, and I understand why she's a chef called God. Hello. So, monetarily, how has this cooking? How has it helped you?
Oh my God, it's been good. Initially, I think maybe like 5-10 years ago, chefs were not paid so much, but now depending on how you package yourself, very important. So like for me, I've had a bit of an advantage because I had a degree before I chose to become a chef, and then when I decided,
Mama, let them hear it. You had a degree.
I have a degree. I have a degree first.
Amazing.
Before I decided to become a chef.
Continue
And the
your
moment
journey.
I decided, I did not just say, okay, I want to start cooking for my home and posting videos. I decided to get a culinary degree. So for me, that has been like a step in the right direction because my CV is long. Let me just say that.
Your CV should be what? It should be long. Because the longer it is, the longer the more.
Exactly. So if you're good at what you do, so normally for chefs, before you get any job, like you have an interview, you have like a trade test, they ask you to cook and all of that. So my forte is actually continental food. I cook Oyibo people food parts. It's not like I can't food though, but like what I'm known for.
You want to attract international audience.
Yeah, exactly. And being that, you know, I even went to a culinary school abroad, so like I'm very good with like Italian, Chinese and all of that. But I still cook Nigerian like very well, top notch. So money wise, like it's been good. Like right now, if I'm gonna take any job, minimum of 1 M a month, I kid you not. That's the truth. Because
they did not hear it well.
No, 1 million a month, like that's what I charge. So I also do like private chef gigs and training and all of that. So like minimum is 250K a week.
Wow.
And that's me like training for like 2 to 4 hours a day. So when you know your onions in this field, you get like you can set
your onions in your field.
Yes. So once you know your onions, you're the one that's going to tell them how much you want to be paid.
I agree.
And when they know that you can give value for what you're,
especially when you have something that has gone ahead of you.
Exactly. So they can see that okay, this person can deliver. So them know the price of
money used to follow value. My God. Hey.
So it's good, like, but really you need to be very skilled. So for me, I think I have a natural talent. Some people find it, you know, more difficult because I have classmates in culinary school. I have other people that have been like in the same, you know, the same field, and they don't have it easy. So for me, I think naturally God has blessed me with that talent. So and people that see me and know me, you know that okay.
But does that mean that people that do not naturally love cooking can't, you know, end up becoming
read my
chefs?
lips? No, you cannot. Because see, this thing, I'll tell you the truth. Like being a chef is tasking. Like
so you need something to push you.
See, you need to love it naturally because see, you see cuts, me and knife cuts 5 and 6, buns 5 and 6. So and you work long.
It should not be that because you're hearing that she's getting 1 M every month. You say that you need to now they're coming to be chef.
I don't have a life, like literally. When I used to work in professional kitchens, when I mean I don't have a life, I mean it. I don't have a life.
You're just.
I used to work like when I was head chef in a hotel.
Wow.
I used to work 6 days in a week, 20 hours. I kid you not.
Wow.
Like I used to work 20 hours in a 24-hour day.
Wow.
So if it's not something that you love, it's so crazy that sometimes
I just pack my leg there go.
I wake up like they wake me up like 6 a.m. because the hotel's kitchen doesn't sleep.
Yes,
they wake me up 6 a.m. Oh chef, there's this order. So sometimes I'm literally standing in one spot from 6 to 12 noon.
See,
I don't want, like really like when I applaud what she did. Like it's not even, when people talk to me about, I say it's not even hard. So imagine me working 20 hours 6 days a week. So and you can't rest your day off. Before I even go for my day off, I have to do like paperwork. Yes, being a chef also comes with paperwork. I have to do like paperwork. I finish my paper. So maybe my day off, I end up leaving the hotel by 12 noon and I have to be back by like 8 a.m. So if you don't love it, if you don't have the stamina, you will not survive. Like you would hate it
because you need to be able to persevere.
Yes, you need endurance. You need endurance because Do you know sometimes you don't realize you've stood for 6 hours until you sit down? Like when I mean 6 hours, 6 hours in a space, you're just in from your burner to your service station to your chiller back. You know, sometimes you don't even remember that you've not gone to the toilet, except maybe when
or you've never had anything to eat
yet. So what we eat is like, oh, when I'm tasting food. So like actually having like a lunch break, although it's there on your, you know, your roster and everything, like go for lunch break and all of that, but man, sometimes we don't even remember. So if you don't love it, trust me, you can't do it. You cannot do it.
But I believe that if you're passionate enough to be able to go through all those orders, it pays off in the end.
Of course it does. Like there's a certain fulfillment. Like for me, I would always say it though. Naturally, you have to love it.
This man is money. I don't know what she's saying. It's money that is speaking.
You have to love it, because if you don't love it, you will get frustrated. Because sometimes, like I usually, like me, I don't work too long in a particular place, because for us chefs, it's just like, okay, imagine me working with Radisson Blue now, for instance. It takes me 1 month to learn any place I'm at. It takes me 1 month to learn all their recipes. Now, most hotels, restaurants, they have particular menu. That menu can last for 5 years, 10 years. So if I stay in one hotel or restaurant for 5 years, I'm not growing. I'm not growing. So I'm doing like basically the same thing over and over for 5-10 years. So it doesn't look good for you. Although some people like that stability, but for me, it doesn't.
You love.
Yes, I like to
love to try.
Yes, exactly. So even if they are making seafood pasta here, seafood pasta, the next place I'm going to, trust me, there are little differences.
Definitely.
Yeah, so for me, some people like to like just stay where they are, but for me, I've realized that okay, moving helps you
know your person too. Just know what you
choose
want.
what you're comfortable with. Me, I'm not comfortable with staying in one place for long.
She's the life of the party.
Exactly. That's what
Wow.
So yeah, just know what works for you. Like what works for me may not work for someone else. But first of all, I always say love what you do.
Love what you
do, because if you love what you do, anything that comes, like there's nothing that comes in the kitchen that will make me say, hey, I'm not doing this again. If you ask me what I would rather be doing or nothing else, I would still be cooking. Maybe I will now like focus a little bit on like give more attention to other things I used to do before, but I would always cook.
But that's after you already have like some billions, like just sitting and then you just want to chill and all of that. I just learned that some things are natural and you can improve on those things, and they end up giving you money. You know, if you're just looking for mommy and daddy now, the money that is entering your account, it will not enter. Yes, of course. But because you have given yourself to some particular skill set.
Yeah. And very important, if you have a natural skill, improve it.
Improving it.
So even if it's hair, you know how to make, like I know
now
there was a time I used to do like braided wigs and all of that.
Amazing.
Fun fact, I'm very good with my hands. Anything hands I can
make.
So even if it's hair you know how to make, try to improve.
Now
even
go
if
to
it's sewing, like go to like a fashion school. Like that's what I've
so it ups your game over.
Yes, so get an education. If it's a natural skill, it's not enough to just relax on your natural skill. There's always education, so educate yourself, become a professional.
Invest in yourself.
Like I'm not even done with my culinary education. No, that's the truth. Like, you know, they say the learning never stops, never ends. So that's it. So even if you have a skill, even if your skill is playing football, people go to football academy.
Yes, they do.
Right? Even if your skill is picking beans, now there's a school, there are classes, there are tutorials for everything. So don't just relax that, oh, I was born with this gift.
You've gotten to this.
Get education, because that education will teach you how to monetize your skill.
Yes,
that's the honest truth.
It's real. Wow, I'm sure that you guys have had an amazing time, as much as I did. And if you're here, you know, you're feeling like this is your sign to improve on your skill. Thank you so much, Chef Anani. We do not take it for granted. Guys, this woman, I'm such a big fan, and I'm so happy that I'm the one doing this. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Ensure that you subscribe so that you will see our next video. Like and comment and share to your friends that you think would need this. We'll see you next time on Money Talks with Golen. Bye. Bye.